Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I'm getting around to doing the showcase for the Int free-to-play Great Ape GT Vegeta. I did a video breaking down his release just before he came out. He released on Christmas Day for Global over here in the UK. I think if you're in the US it was like super late Christmas Eve, but yeah, Christmas Day, this is one of our Christmas presents from Global, alongside the Christmas banner and a new Super Battle Road stage. I have the video for that coming out today as well. But I'd heard good things about this guy from the JP player base, and I went through his passive and everything on that video. We're going to go through it very quickly here as well. I always forget to put stickers on these guys before we do the showcase, but I can't imagine. I mean, I guess the sort of green energy around him is going to glow, right? But this guy is a Giant 8 power leader, free to play with an easy ace, so 77%. He also has the Int types lead, 50%. He raises attack and greatly raises defense for one turn. It's both for one turn. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers defense. So greatly raised defense is obviously good, right? 50% on super. He gets attack and defense 120, then an additional 50 when performing a super. Additional attack and defense 120 when there's another Giant 8 power ally on the team. So you only have to have one on the team, which, you know, if you're running him on any sort of like GT Heroes base team, that's going to be not only easy, but you're probably always going to be running one of those anyway, right? Then he gets an additional 50% defense and a high chance to crit when there is a Shadow Dragon Saga enemy. So really this is only viable for, like, you know, Sin, or when we get Omega. He could be an interesting unit to use there. And then he guards when HP is 50% or more and turns into a Giant Ape when conditions are met, which is 50% or less HP starting from the 4th turn. So we're running him on the double GT duo team, because not only are they one of his 200% leaders, but his best link partner is actually this Great Ape Vegeta, or the AGL one, right? Because of course they are another Great Ape Vegeta. So despite not being a GT character, they are his best link partners. So both of them are on this 200% team because they are both on Battle of Fate. And then obviously these guys have Final Trump Card or Shadow Dragon Saga as their lead. Actually, is this guy getting it from, does he get it from Final Trump Card, or is it from Shadow Dragon Saga? I mean, I could imagine it's using the machine and everything. He could be on Final Trump Card. No, it is from Shadow Dragon Saga. So he gets it from Shadow Dragon Saga, and obviously the Tech Vegeta gets it from having Final Trump Card. So this is a pretty good rotation, because we pick up the GT link. Do you have Saiyan Warrior Race? You do. So we pick up the GT link from the GT duo at the end, but this gives us 6 out of 7 links active for this turn, which is very, very good. So start of turn, his defense is 221k. So bear in mind that means he's going to get 50% on super. So that goes up to about 330. And then of course he gets 50% from his super attack effect, so 440 with guard. So whilst it's not like a crazy high number, you factor in the guard, and then obviously that will be pretty decent. We'll see what we can get out of him here in terms of attack as well. But yeah, this rotation could be kind of fun, because like this Great Ape Vegeta, the LR, funnily enough, when I went to set up the team, I realised today, one of the few summonable LRs I actually don't have Rainbow yet. This Great Ape Vegeta for me, only 79%. He can still be okay, because obviously he has the guard. When he gets hit, he gets a buff. So he can get, you know, if he gets hit with a super as like the first attack of the turn, he can take quite a bit of damage. But he gets that buff to his ki and to his attack. So 4.6. Get the crit, which is nice. But that's, of course, he doesn't have any like built-in additional or anything like that. I did give mine mostly additional. I think he has a little bit of crit and then some dodge. I think he will be an interesting unit. If you've got him farmed up and fully easy aid and everything like that, he's going to be quite an interesting unit, as I said at the beginning, for when Omega does come to Global. Because, of course, I'll do a video about it in more detail when we know that it's coming out. I'm not sure if it's going to drop with category missions straight away, or if that's something that they'll be adding like as we go. But obviously if we get a GT Heroes or Giant 8 power mission, he will be a very solid like free-to-play option for that team build. So I think that is quite cool. So we'll do this, because when it comes to free-to-play units now, especially in the current meta with how difficult some of the content is, units either need to be, when it comes to free-to-play, like really good support units that have you know, good enough defensive ability that they can survive, because you're largely going to be running them as slot 3 units, or they need to have something else that like sets them apart, right? Because this guy, he's not supporting the team, but he has guard, he's greatly raising defense on super, so he ends up being relatively good defensively. Like if we get a double super, then we're talking, you know, over 500k defense with guard. I mean, that's enough for him to tank all normals in the game, essentially. So obviously, like, you know, physical fusion Zamasu post supering is doing over like 700k, but because he has guard, it kind of negates the type disadvantage. In that situation, we are talking about the super versus extreme modifier as well, so he probably is taking damage from fusions and Masu post super, but considering those are some of the hardest hitting normal attacks in the meta at the moment, and this guy is a free-to-play unit, plus, because that was a pretty good rotation for him for links. Obviously we had all but one link active, but no support on that rotation. I did bring the, I think he was on, no, he was in slot 7, well, actually no, I think he was on turn 1, I had to float him, because yeah, that GT Vegeta turn was turn 2. We do have the AGL, this Vegeta here, the Super Strike one. Does he have prodigies? He does. So if we do this, you have every single link except for GT, which at level 10 is key and 10% attack and defense, but prodigies is 15% attack, okay. So that means he does have slightly lower defense. Sells healing in slot 1, okay. So I mean, we don't get to see this guy get hit, but we'll give him the final blow here. It's a bit of a shame we didn't finish off this cell on the previous turn, because I do want to start. I want to put this guy in front of some attacks. Now his attack stat is obviously not that crazy. Hey, there you go. Alright, well he's gonna eat a super, so he's got what, like 400k defense and guard. So I mean, he took. To put that into perspective, because Goku didn't get hit first and get his buff, so it's obviously not a fair comparison, because Vegeta did get to super first, which of course would have been good for Goku as well, but the he took less damage than LR full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku from the second form Cell Super attack, so not bad. Alright, so we'll let you get hit here, so you can build up to your standby. You guys should be fine. Because, yeah, I mean, this is quite a good team. The obviously, the Super Strike Vegeta is only really here to, you know, activate some extra links for this Vegeta for the showcase purpose. And then, of course, if I really was going to be running this setup, even if I wanted to keep GT Vegeta on rotation, I don't know if I would have the Giant 8 Power Vegeta, the, like, Tech Jump 8 Vegeta as my #1 choice. But like I say, they both fit on this 200% lead. In terms of the actual Vegeta card himself, he gets a 200% lead from the actual Goku as well. The LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So he leads GT Heroes and Full Power. So in that setup, you can't run the Tech Great 8 Vegeta. In fact, if I bring up the Link Partners thing here again, just to have a quick look at him. It is funny that his better Link Partners are Vegetas because of his other links. So 5 links is the LR Tech Giant 8 Vegeta, then we drop down to 4. Sorry, the 5 links is also the AGL one that I mentioned early on. If we drop down to 4, we have the Vegeta part of the LR Vegeta and Nappa. Now that unit obviously doesn't have its easy A on global yet, but that's an interesting combo for when that comes out. The Super Strike Kid Vegeta's on there, as well as the adult one that we're using. The 8-bit or 16-bit Vegeta, the Butoden one. Black Marseille is on there, because obviously that is Vegeta as well, but he needs crossover allies, so the combo of them doesn't really work particularly well. But yeah, it's like the 5 and 4 links are mostly all Vegetas, and then some of the Bardock Giant 8 characters and Giant 8 Raditz are in there as well. So when you look at his best link partners, we're not really getting to like the GT ones until we get down to like 3 links, and then obviously for some of those characters, one of those links is just GT, which whilst it is key and a little bit of extra attack and defense, it's not obviously the you know, the craziest link to have active. So we'll go ahead and pop this so we can get the extra support. Also, you become a Vegeta, so yeah, you don't pick up prodigies though, unfortunately. So every link active except for prodigies. You get maximum key though, so there's no way this guy doesn't kill him, right? So yeah, let's get you to attack. We're only missing out on, by doing this we miss out on GT, but again, not really huge loss for this turn. I just want to see him with that boosted attack stat, the 80% support from Super Saiyan Vegeta here. So he's at 5.2. So yeah, his attack stats definitely never hit anything crazy. Even though I did give mine a pretty decent amount of additional, we didn't actually get to see him do an additional super, I think, at any point during the run so far. Because remember, with greatly raising defense, it means every time he does get an additional super, I love that KO screen as well, by the way. Every time we get an additional super, we're getting the getting an extra 50% defense raise. Oh, this is a good turn. Get the standby with you. Then we can get, that gives him 50% damage reduction and guard, right? Because it's 5 type orbs. So we'll do that. We can get some free build up for you again because you're not actually even getting hit. Will you be alright in slot 3? I think so. Well, we'll find out. We've got 500k defense. This guy basically always supers in slot 1, right? So he's not going to super that Vegeta at the end. Is he going to do over 100k? Oh, let's go. I forgot he does that as well. Negating the, is it unarmed super attacks? So, there you go. I didn't need to worry about how much damage we took because we took 0. Good stuff. Alright, now does this guy, he's not doing like 170 odd K normals to that Vegeta, is he? Surely not. Post super that Vegeta should have enough to, even if we take like 100k from normals, we'll live, but because we've got 500k HP. This Vegeta does get a lot of buffs on super, so man, we really need a Dokkan Fest Gallic Gun Vegeta. There's another super. I threw this guy on the team for the purpose of links. I should have really double checked actually exactly what he does, but if he has any sort of defense raise on super, then he's all good. Yeah, 56. We take those. And we get a dodge as well, so why not? Alright, so is he going to super again? Because he might. Because that's the only problem, is pre-super, we don't really, we're not really cooking, right? So we only get Saiyan Warrior Race and GT with you. 217. Yeah, you pick up quite a bit of extra defense from you. I do want to see it, even if we do die, because he does have guard, so he's not going to die in slot 1 because he's a tech unit, if int unit here, if we do die. He's only going to die because his pre-super defense isn't the best. But let's see. So we take 31k from a normal, so we probably would have died from a super there. But 4.3 additional? No. Then we dropped to double digits. Okay, so he just didn't super on the second turn. Fair enough. So yeah, post super, double digits, not bad. I feel like he's going to be a unit, like I said, if we get like a GT Heroes mission or Giant 8 Power mission, even for some of the more difficult content, he's going to be a really solid free-to-play option. And yeah, he might end up being, you know, in that spot where if he gets supered by the big bosses, even with his guard up, like, you know, you might die. But, oh god, this is going to be a wild turn. But he's definitely going to be a solid addition to the team. And yeah, if you get unlucky and he's the one that eats a super from like physical fusion to Masu, even post super attack, he could be essentially dead. Do you have prepared for battle? Oh, you do. But we're about to get the Dokkan attack, so I probably should... Wow, what timing is this for Goku to cook? So Goku, we get full power Goku out. He gets the super attack first, which will be the Dokkan attack. In his first few turns of being full power, Goku gets a guaranteed crit. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to see Giant 8 Vegeta again. Unless we get unlucky. Maybe we don't kill. And then, you know, I won't hit the nose. I know this is... We get to see the attack stats still. Because he is dropping a 20 mil. My Goku has 1 dupe. So 20 mil guaranteed crit with the support from GT Vegeta. Because we could still potentially die here and get the revival. Because, yeah, just think, we took off 3 health bars. If we'd hit the nodes and got the full damage multiplier, that would have been considerably more damage than that. And then in comes Gogeta. I mean, GT Vegeta does still have the potential to die at the end of the turn. And I guess Gogeta could not counter a super, because then he'll be getting hit with a type disadvantage super from this cell, which would be quite bad. But we would live because of the revival. Although the support memory will also do... The spirit bomb will also do a lot of damage. Look at Gogeta just going off here. Multiple 9 million additional supers. We got a crit on our last one as well. Yeah, we take those. Did GT Vegeta kill here? What's he getting? 11 mil. He actually might just kill him. Go on, Vegeta. You got this. Alright. Oh, that's what... Okay. So he doesn't quite got this, but then after we get hit for 1,000,000 damage, it's like, oh, wait. You thought. Well, what an ending. And then, yeah, 24 million crit Spirit Bomb to finish him off when he had this much HP. So there you go. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I think the GT Vegeta is pretty good for a free-to-play character. Obviously, he's going to be the best post-super. If you are somebody who, you know, you have a pretty decent like box for the teams that he's on, if you do end up running him on a mission for GT Heroes, Giant 8 Power, something like that, he might end up just being a 3rd slot floating unit, which is fine for him because he doesn't have any multi-turn build-up or anything like that. He is at his most effective defensively after supering. So, I mean, he can definitely be a solid addition to these teams. And yeah, maybe we'll try him out again, depending on whether they do release missions at the time or not. We'll probably end up trying him out against Omega when Omega comes out on Global. So make sure you get him farmed up, awakened, easy aid, all that good stuff, and let me know what you think of him down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.